Can we approve it?
Just to let you know, we got done in fraction of time.
This meeting will now come to order. This is the meeting of the Laverne Board of Zoning Appeals, April 26, 2016, regular meeting at 5:30 p.m. First order of business is called a meeting to order, which I have done. We have 3 members here, 2 absent, which consist of a quorum, so we will continue. The next item is to approve the minutes of the previous meeting. Has everyone had a chance to read them?
Yes?
I'll accept a motion to accept the minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
It has been made and seconded to approve the minutes as presented. They are so approved.
Mr. Chairman, did you have a vote on that? I know it's
Okay.
informal, but
We shall take a vote on it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Approved. Thank you. Welcome. New business. First item of new business is a special exception for home day care in the residential district requested by Shatina Miller. Property is located at 1306 East near Schreibman Boulevard. And it's grandfather residential zoning district, parcel owned by Shatina and Sherman Miller. May we have the report, please?
Certainly, Mr. Chairman. The applicant, Ms. Shatina Miller, is proposing to operate an in-home daycare at her home of residence, which is 1306 East near Schreibman Boulevard. It's the Lake Forest Estates. And as you mentioned, her zone is R2Z, medium-density residential grandfathered. Her property is about 0.12 acres, and per Article 2 definitions of the zoning ordinance, home daycare is defined as a place, home, or institution that receives between 5 and 12 young children for less than 24 hours a day, conducted for cultivating the normal aptitude for exercise, play, observation, initiation, and construction. Homes having fewer than 5 children shall be considered an accessory use. Now, per Article 5, and you can see this is a recorded plat for Lake Forest Estates, and the arrow is 1306. You can see R2Z, which again, this is a grandfathered district, so it no longer exists, but the regulations that were previously codified at 5.052.3 for R2Z shows that home daycare number 7 is allowed as a special exception, which is why we're here tonight. She's applying for the special exception to be able to operate the home daycare. She has run a similar daycare in Davidson County in the past. Per the city's regulations, you have to provide a certificate that shows that you have been licensed by the state. And, oops, excuse me, I didn't mean to turn that off. You can see in the highlighted definition, it says that it has to be licensed and inspected annually by the state of Tennessee. And she has provided me with the required certification. And she does have a wooden privacy fence enclosing her yard for the safety of the children. And in the 2 weeks' time that the property's been posted, I've actually received not a single phone call. And Ms. Miller is here to answer any questions.
Thank you. Ms. Miller? Would you step forward, please? At the podium, please. Would you raise your right hand to be sworn in, please? Do you swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. You heard the report. Do you have anything to add?
Oh, no. Well, I have I'm a top star gold sneaker provider, and I've had this in Davidson County, and I've been working with kids for like 10 years. And this is my passion. And I love it.
So you've been doing it for 10 years?
Yes, sir.
How many children do you propose that you're going to have?
Like 12. Like 12.
Okay. Do the board members have any questions?
How far is from the back of your house to the fence back there? How far is it?
It covers the whole yard, the fence.
I know, but how far from the back porch to the end of the fence?
Oh, it's the back porch of the fence. I have like a patio, It's like a little way, like.
A little place?
I'm not really sure. Like It's like the patio is right here, and then like the fence is around the patio, but it's like a little like yard.
I think I saw.
Is there going to be enough room for the kids to play in?
Oh, definitely, yes, sir. It will. My neighbor have a pool in their yard. If you look next door, it's about the same. My neighbor have a pool in their yard, so it's enough room.
Is what?
My neighbor have a pool in their yard, and we don't have
Okay.
anything in their yard. So, yeah, it's enough room for the kids to play, definitely.
Did I see a trampoline?
That's the neighbor's yard, they have a swimming pool. Well, that's the new neighbor, she have a trampoline yesterday.
Okay.
She got one today, yeah, that's the new
Okay.
neighbor next door.
Any other questions? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to either approve or disapprove this petition.
Make a motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve. We'll take a vote on it, please. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? None? Congratulations.
Thank you so much, appreciate it, thank you.
You're welcome. Item number 2 in new business is to appeal the decision of the building official to deny a permit for the construction of a pool requested by Gina and Byron Miller. Property is located at 1122 Poplar Hollow Drive, and it's R2 Medium Density Residential Zoning District. May we have that report, please?
Certainly, Mr. Chairman. The applicants, the Millers, are appealing the denial of a permit for an above-ground pool. It's a 12-foot radius pool, so a 24-foot pool, again, above ground with some attached decking. They do have a little bit of an existing deck right here, and so they were proposing to put the pool in the rear and then have some more decking around it. You can see the recorded plat for Woodland Hills. That is their lot right there. And the reason that they were denied the pool permit was because of the existence of a 50-foot wide public utility and drainage easement, which runs the length of Poplar Hollow Drive here. And there's a detention area here that takes the water for the subdivision. And normally, normally public utility and drainage easements are 20 feet wide. Why this specific easement was recorded on the plat at 50 feet, I don't know. There was no notation on the plat specific to that easement. But essentially, and I'll show you there, this is their specific lot. You can see that their building envelope between the 35-foot setback, you've got the side setbacks. The 50-foot rear public utility and drainage easement essentially takes up the entirety of the rear yard. There's maybe 10 feet or so in there that would be considered buildable. It's generally against practice to put a structure in an easement. We consider it to be at the homeowner's risk because an easement is an agreement between the city and the property owner to allow the city access for maintenance or improvements of some sort of public utility. So should the city ever need to go and access that area, if there was a pool there, any damage that was incurred to the pool would be then borne by the homeowner. So there are instances where, and you can see from the aerial here, you can see that there's other outbuildings, fences, sheds in the easement, and that can occur because people either get a permit or don't get a permit, or if a fence is less than 8 feet, they don't require a permit. So people may go ahead and put a fence in an easement with or without the city's knowledge. Again, as you can see from the aerial images, there are several small accessory structures in the rear yards of the neighboring homes. They just wanted to similarly put their pool and deck into it would encroach into roughly about the first half of the easement. So you've got 50 feet here. They have indicated to me that there will be 26 feet from the rear property line to where the deck ends. So that's a little bit more than what a normal public utility and drainage easement would be. But again, the easement is present, and it is there to allow for rising water during storms. Water can come up along this drainage way if it's a heavy storm, and then also water is carried from the subdivision, backwards into that drainage area. I've got a few photos that show it's the home. So that's roughly the location that they were proposing. Again, you can see some other things in here. You can see from this photo that at the time this was carrying water, so it does It does convey water. I don't know that it's full of water year-round. It doesn't show up, it doesn't always show up as a blue line stream on various maps. I do have one image, and you can see this is their layout. So the property line is right back at where the creek is. There would according to the applicant, there'd be 26 feet between here. And if I go back, I did at the last minute pull up a FEMA map, and you can see Poplar Hollow here, and it does show what appears to be a blue line. So that may indicate stream, but again, it doesn't, the property assessor website doesn't show it as a stream, the plat doesn't show it as a stream, so it's a little bit in question. The property owner is here if you would like to ask any questions, and the Millers are aware of the easement and the risk associated with building in it. There's been a sign posted on the property for several weeks, and I actually received a number of phone calls, but once I explained that it was for a pool, all of the citizens actually verbally supported the request. They were afraid of a rezoning for something else.
All
So
right.
that is my report.
Has there been any documentation as part of the request signed by them to acknowledge that the cost of any repairs as a result of workmen getting into the easement is their responsibility?
The Millers, they have just stated that they understand that there is a risk associated with putting it there, and they understand that, but I don't
Yeah.
have anything in writing from them. You certainly, if you were to make a motion to approve it, you could put it in the minutes that, as part of your motion, that any risk associated would be borne by the homeowner.
Okay, thank you.
One quick question. I know there's other structures back there. Any other pools?
Not that I could see from the aerial. I don't know if, Ms. Miller, if you know, if anybody else has a pool there.
There might be one, but he's further down, Poplar Hollow on the other side.
Oh,
I think he may have one.
actually, there is one. It's on the, it's one of the, it's in the backyard of one of these houses, so. Yeah, it's just a couple houses up. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like right in there. They have an in-ground pool, actually. You can, it's actually in your, the second sheet of your report,
Okay.
the aerial image, you can see a small in-ground pool on the other side of.
In-ground pool?
It's an in-ground pool, yes.
Ms. Miller, would you take the podium, please? Would you raise your right hand? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you. State your name and address for the record, please.
Gina Miller, it's 1122 Poplar Hollow Drive, Laverne, Tennessee.
Thank you. You've heard the report. Do you have any comments, additions, any problems with it or anything?
Nope.
Okay, thank you. Any questions by the board members?
You think we should add it to the
Yes.
board? If it's okay with the lawyer. Should we add it to the board that she's responsible for it?
If this board's going to make a motion to approve the application, I think that number one, there should be a stipulation and possibly an agreement on the minutes with the homeowner that she understands that any costs associated with the city moving forward and having to utilize that easement and doing repair work would be borne by the homeowner. For instance, if she has to take down the pool in order for the city to get in there. But also, too, you also put in your motion that the granting of this, should you approve it, is without waiver of any of the city's easements rights moving forward.
Anybody want to make a motion?
I make a motion to approve it, but with the rights of the city not be involved in anything. It's the lawyer said, that we get in writing that she's responsible for everything she moved. If you have to move everything, needs to, she's responsible not to get hurt or anything on it,
Any damage?
any damage.
Okay. Do I have a second?
I would second that.
It's been moved and seconded that we would approve well, if the motion passes, that there would be a stipulation as part of the approval that you sign a document to be part of the record, that you would be responsible for any damages, costs involved, in case workmen have to get back there for the
Okay.
purposes of the easement.
Okay.
Is that all right with you?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, fine.
And Mr. Chairman, also the fact of the granting of this is not a waiver of any easement rights that the city may have.
Okay, and we'll put that in there. Would you draft something up that we have the language right?
Kristen and I can
Sure.
work to get something that
Good.
Kristen can get to the homeowner.
Great.
And you also might want to, before there's a vote on the motion, make sure the homeowner understands and agrees with those stipulations.
Right.
On the minutes, on the record.
Okay. Do you agree with all the
Yes.
stipulations as we discussed them? Okay, thank you. And that will be, we'll take the vote on it, but that will be part of it. All those in favor of it, say aye.
Aye.
So it is approved with that stipulation and have a signed document. We don't doubt your understanding of that, but so often as the years go by and the property changes hands and something comes up, we would like to have it clean in the record that there's no doubt with that understanding, okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Uh-huh.
There being no further business for this board, we are stand adjourned.